Welcome to week 1 challenge of the Top Chef classroom edition for Canyon ISD. We are excited to share out our first weekly challenge, and this week's challenge is sponsored by Amarillo National Bank, and we are very grateful for the iPad mini that they are donating for this week's challenge. When we are getting ready to look at the main course of all of the Top Chef, we're going to focus on the Quickfire Challenges. And Justin, would you tell us a little more about that?
You bet. This week we'll start our Quickfire Challenges, and each week after that, the instructional strategies we're going to give you an option for will come from the Lead Forward Instructional Strategies resource. And this document was attached to the email that came out with this Quickfire Challenge. You can print that one, have it by your side, and then we'll help march through the different strategies. This week, we're going to select 5 of those strategies described in that resource from Lead Forward. We're going to give you an option of problem-solving graphic, reading log, the Frayer Model, inner-outer circle, and factor-fib showdown. So when you have that document, go through and put a star by those, read the description, and decide which of those would you like to jump into. We're going to talk for just a second about the Frayer Model. Each week we want to highlight one of the strategies. So when we look at the Frayer Model, there's a couple of pieces that we want to point out to you. First of all, it's the definition. And the Frayer Model encourages students to define the term in their own words. So start out with students saying, in this case a quadrilateral, what is a quadrilateral in my opinion at this point? Then the Frayer Model encourages you to write down facts or characteristics about the term you selected. Students would then show examples, drawing or describing examples, and then drawing or describing non-examples. So the Frayer Model is a great resource to help students develop vocabulary. Here's what it might look like when we tweet it out for the challenge. So this is an example. Students were working in 8th grade studying slope using the Frayer Model, and you can see the definition, the characteristics, they drew an example, and they gave a couple of non-examples. When you would tweet that out, you might just put something like 8th grade students study slope using the Frayer Model with that hashtag CISD Top Chef. The hashtag is critically important because that's how we'll be able to share and see what all is going on. Here's another example. This time students used a Google Doc template. They went through there, found the Frayer Model template, and then encouraged students to complete that one online. If you're using Google Docs at all, this one would be a quick one for your students. They can pull in examples they find on the internet, non-examples for that. So powerful tool to use with the Google Docs. Again, they put the hashtag Top Chef at the bottom, and that will help us find that one. Here's one other example I was really excited to see. This one is looking at the word biotic. And this particular one, the students use this to better understand that word. But what I love about this one is that the students used it once at the beginning of the unit. They taught for a while, and then they had the students pull this back out and say, what would you add to your understanding of the definition? How would you modify your understanding of the definition? Would you add a couple more examples? Do you have other non-examples at this point? They put it away, then at the end of the unit they pull this page back out and say continue to add to your understanding of biotic. So this is an awesome example of how to use a Frayer Model to really help increase the amount of thinking in a classroom, encouraging students to really change the way they approach their conceptual knowledge of that word by going back and revisiting it as they learn. Debbie, when it comes to Twitter, what other tips would you share with us?
Well, when you have your own Twitter account, you'll be ready to send out a tweet, and you'll want to know that you can only have 144 characters in a tweet. So sometimes a tweet isn't necessarily a complete sentence. It might be bits of words, might have periods missing or commas missing, and we're all okay with that. It's just to share an idea. You're also going to want to be sure and include the hashtag CISD Top Chef. A hashtag is a number sign, CISD Top Chef, all one word, no spaces, and that's the way that you'll be able to follow and see what everyone else has tweeted. One thing you're going to want to be careful of, pictures are essential to this, so you're going to post pictures of students in an activity, or you're going to post a picture of the actual product that the student has created, like the one shown here. But you're going to want to be careful and only show students who have permission to be photographed, and you can get that from the registrar. Real easy, a list of who cannot be photographed. You're not going to want to share out last names of students, and you're not going to want to have any identifiers such as special need or gifted and talented, so avoid those. And one last thing is to avoid any grades on the products of the students that you're sharing. So have some fun with it. Be creative in taking pictures on your phone and being able to tweet that out. I use the app on my cell phone for most of my Twitter learning, and so that might be something that you find helpful. When we're looking at the timeline, we want to show you that we will start on January 30th with the first challenge. And so when we're looking at the first challenge, it'll be revealed Friday, January 30th. The due date for that challenge will be February 5th on a Thursday. We'll announce the winner on Monday, February 9th, after the weekend, and then we'll have another reveal on February 6th on a Friday. It'll be due by Thursday. We'll reveal a winner on Monday, and we'll keep going. Friday, reveal, and Thursday due. And so we'll go all the way to April 16th. It's a 10-week period, not counting spring break, and we'll have challenges each of those 10 weeks. Don't forget that we're having a campus cook-off, and we have our teams of blue, purple, red, and green. And the principals will earn points by tweeting hearty examples. So principals and assistants, find the best hearty examples you have, tweet those out, and we'll count up the points for the cook-off. We also have bonus points where the principal or the assistant can earn 5 bonus points per week for modeling a strategy and tweeting it out to the world. So model away, head chefs, and let us see your best stuff. When we tally the points at the end of the 10 weeks, the 4 teams in the 4 different colored groups will earn a hamburger cookout sponsored by Education Credit Union. We are so grateful for their support. Amarillo National Bank, don't forget, is supporting the iPad Mini this week, and thank you very much to Amarillo National for supporting Canyon ISD. Top Chef, we cannot wait to see your tweets, and we look forward to seeing what's going on in your classroom, and we just want to say bon appetit.